current establishment has closed their doors for the last time. People heard of the establishments, Super Linens and Fells Point closing their stores after the pandemic has partly the brain. Super Linens, which is going on for a long time business, since 1982. Wow. Has closed the doors for good. The owner of the company says coronavirus is partially to blame for the closing. They're going out of business. Signs can be seen and windows throughout the store. For owners of a company of a liquidation store says that they left the store in greatly prices and said that long-time people of a long-time history, Super Linens, has been going out of business. My great-grandfather has came to Ramona to Philadelphia and relocated in Fells Point in 1913. From this year until 1992, when Super Linens was found, my great-grandfather, my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, uncle, and father all ran the retail store since its inception, says the chaplain. The store has been working with the family for 67 years, and it's been passed down to generation to generation. So long-time fans of Super Linens is going to be closing their doors. Baltimore police needs help identifying John Doe. Baltimore police is hoping the public to help identify this John Doe. The unresponsive man was found along the 800 block of East Baltimore Street and around 10:25 a.m. around November 5th. He had no identification on him, and he was taken into the hospital for treatment. He's about 5'6" and 200 pounds. Officers had been unable to identify this man and hoping someone will recognize him by a computer-generated sketch. Wow. Anyway, anyone has any notified teaching other person, call the Baltimore Police Department at 911 or at 410-396-2422. That's 396-2422. All calls are anonymous, and also it's available on the policeman's website too as well. Wow, that's fucked up. Damn it. And now, let's go to a waterproof quote question of the day. That's all for What's New in Baltimore. Sorry for all that stuff. Dr. Q, you got your waterproof quote question of the day?
Yep, waterproof poll question. Oh, the last question was, do you feel comfortable taking the vaccination? Yes and no. 55% said no, and 45% said yes. So the no's have it. I agree with the no. I'm not taking anything. First of all, you got to think about consequences. If you can't take a shot and get rid of pneumonia, which is a respiratory disease, it's apples and oranges to me. I've yet to see anybody get a shot for asthma. I've yet to see anybody get a shot for bronchitis, OCPD, or anything like that. Now, if you tell me that there's some type of inhalant that you can inhale for the COVID-19, I might believe you. But if you tell me that there's a shot, first of all, what shot is there that you can take that prevents you from breathing something in the air? If that makes sense to anybody, I challenge any doctor out there. You take it all the way across Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anywhere in the galaxy. What can you possibly do in the human body system that the blood co-intersects with the lungs? Besides a terrible car accident where you might have blood in your lungs, where would the blood intersect with the lungs? And if you can tell me that, I might consider taking a shot. But other than that, putting something in my arm is not going to stop me from anything respiratory. Now, before y'all start talking about the flu is not respiratory. The flu is actually a blood-borne pathogen. It gets into your bloodstream. So don't get stupid and say, oh, well, the flu is respiratory. No, it's not. People have never suffered asthma from having the flu. When you have the flu, you sneezing, you got runny nose, you got the headache, you got the fever, but you're breathing just fine. Nobody has gone on a respirator but having the flu. Nah. The flu gets into your bloodstream. That's why they put the flu shot in your bloodstream. Now, if you admit that the COVID gets in your bloodstream, which radiation does, then you can admit that it's radiation poison. Then you might get people to say, hey, now that I know it's a radiation thing, I might get the shot. But as long as you keep saying it's something in the air and it stays like a cloud and you walk into the cloud and it sits there for days and people walk into the cloud and they get, ain't nobody taking that. Because if that's the case, the whole world is a cloud, and whether you got a mask on or not, you're going to walk into the cloud. So the shot don't help you walk through the cloud. Now, I do say if the president knew now that it was radiation, he might have said everybody wear a radiation suit. Then nobody would have died and nobody would have got sick. But because you lied and said it was something in the air, people rolled their windows up and kept driving. And them same people who rolled their windows up and kept driving, who had diabetes or whatnot, they wound up dead because that's what it was after, weakened and compromised immune systems. The flu don't know if I got a weak immune system or not. To pick me out, got 15 people on the bus, and the only one with the AIDS is one who got sick. Everybody else walked away fine. I also said it comes from your sweat glands. Think of it as grease. The radiation is on your skin. It's like grease. What happens when you add water to grease? It liquefies and rolls everywhere. And everywhere to strip that sweat, the COVID fell. That's why all the football players keep testing positive for COVID, because they're out there playing football. They're making contact with each other, getting sweat from one uniform on another person's uniform, and they're getting contaminated and cross-contaminated. And it's not because of the people. You could be somebody who didn't even tackle nobody, like Lamar Jackson. He didn't tackle nobody. He got sick. Do you know what they got in common? They're passing around the goddamn ball, and the COVID is on the goddamn ball. stop acting like you don't know. His sweaty hands got on the ball. Now the ball is radioactive, and you're throwing a radioactive ball to someone who caught the ball, and once they catch the ball, they got it. If you turn everybody in that auditorium and put them under a black light, they will glow in the dark. Y'all don't believe nothing I say because you think if you turn the lights off and you see you glow in the dark, that you might try to sue the entire government. That's why they don't tell you certain things, because this is a very litigious society. Everybody wants to sue for everything. And I hope you don't sue, because if you try to sue, they're going to kill you, because everything is not meant for you to know. They want you to play stupid for a reason. This is the only president who's not playing stupid. He's telling you exactly what's going on, but you're not listening, because you hate the man so bad, you ain't listening to nothing he says. And everything he says, you come back and say, oh, he's lying. The man up there telling you that they cheat the election, oh, he's lying. They got documented proof that they cheat the election. I know for a fact that somebody I personally know voted twice her damn self. She went to one location and voted. She mailed in a ballot and voted. And they sent a ballot to an old address where she don't live no more. She filled that one out and voted too. So she actually voted 3 times. And nothing came back and told her she wasn't supposed to do it. Nothing came back and told her that she did it. But she wanted to make sure her vote was counted, so she did what everybody else did. They went in line and stood in line and voted, just in case they didn't count the ballots. I think the mailing the ballot was a bad idea. It would have been better for them to go door to door and have you electronically push a button, just like the UPS man when he brings you a package, and then take that USB drive and download it. That's easy. If you can send the tricks to state troopers to go door to door checking on restaurants, you can send a poll taker to go place to place and take your vote. I think that's what you should do next time. And make sure it's supervised by the poll takers or whoever. Then you ain't got to worry about, oh, I mailed my ballot. And the person who you get the vote from needs to scan their voter's card. Don't let nobody vote that ain't show you a voter's card. Then you know who's legitimate and who ain't. If I lost mine, oh well, I can't vote. So here's the next poll. Do you think that Trump will get a second term now or second term later? Or C, no term at all? Let me break that down for you. Will he get a second term now, overthrowing Biden, or will he get one later in 2024 after Joe Biden? Or no term, meaning he's not going to get elected now and he's not going to get elected in 2024. A, B, or C. We'll tally up your count and your votes, and we'll let you know the results the next time the people poll question comes around again. In the meantime, it's time for the final thoughts. What did you learn today, Green?
After I was in and out with the boys, every time I go in here, I go someplace quiet and everybody just interrupts me while I'm listening to everything and trying to get things situated. One thing that I hate going to politics, I'm not a politics person. Trump did a speech a couple hours ago. and talk about